Welcome, everyone, to the Real Whovians cast, episode 752. This is Hellbent Part 4. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Greetings and salutations.
What's up, James?
Hello, Z.
What's up, Ray? What's up, Chris? All right, so they're going to get drinks. So here's the thing. I saw it again.
Me too.
I'm just going to say this because we're getting a lot of comments with different things. I didn't get to read all the comments yet. Okay? As I stated before in the podcast, okay, if you watch them, okay, I know full well that the doctor, okay, met the Daleks after he picked up Ian and Barbara Chesterton, okay? He didn't know about the Daleks before he left Gallifrey, all right? If you watch the podcast, I said that, all right? I watched those episodes back in the day, okay? So I know this. So that whole thing about him saying he ran away because of the Daleks, he didn't even know who the Daleks were when he left Gallifrey.
Exactly.
So that's Moffat's way of trying to rewrite history and retcon. That's baloney. Okay? And I said this on Google+, okay? I am a huge fan of Russell T. Davies. I'm also a fan of Stephen Moffat, big fan. But as a writer myself, I have a conscience. When people plagiarize other people's stuff, okay? I call them out on it, flat out. I don't care if I love them or not, like with their stuff, okay?
Hey guys, what's up?
What's up, Chris?
Chris.
How could you have Professor Yana, Captain Jack, Martha Jones, the 10th Doctor, then you got the 11th Doctor, and Clara. Then you got the 12th Doctor and Clara and Orson Pink and Harold Saxon Master and Lucy Saxon and the Time Lords at the end of time all together and nobody bumps into each other.
Yeah.
How many times are you going to do this where you don't trip on yourself? Okay? Do we need to have him go to the end of time all the time?
That's getting old. Plus the whole thing, two things are getting old. That and, we've temporarily shifted. So they're encountering somebody before it's supposed to happen.
Right.
That's also getting old.
Okay. I understand he didn't want to use Captain Jack. So he created his own Captain Jack. That's a shoulder. Yeah. I get that he's stealing from Russell T. Davies, Dr. Donna. So he makes it Dr. Clara, okay? I know what you're up to, okay? It isn't working.
We're not
dumb. Well, no, people, hold on. I'm not saying people are dumb if they don't know, but they're ignoring it for some reason, okay? I don't know how, but they're ignoring it totally, okay? This is the Dr. Dot. There was a scene cut where he gave a chunk of TARDIS to the human doctor and to Rose to travel around in another TARDIS. Now, the chunk of TARDIS wasn't in this, but the same thing happened with Clara and Ashilda. Also, the 10th Doctor avoided his end, traveling around for unknown amount of adventures before going to the end of time episode. Same thing, repeated with Clara. The 2nd Doctor happened with the 2nd Doctor. In the 2 Doctors, the Time Lords pulled the 2nd Doctor out of time to go on a series of adventures. He said, screw that. I'm going to give the memories back to my companions, okay? Which stated that he was taken out of his time stream. He knows he regenerates. He knows this already, okay? He was taken out of his time stream. He takes Jamie and he restores his memory. He meets up with the 6th Doctor. The 6th Doctor, of course, has no memory of this because when he gets put back into his time stream, his memory is erased. Okay? So that's why he's older as the 2nd Doctor, okay? This is repeated twice already, okay? You don't need to do this again, all right? You had the 10th Doctor questioning, am I a good man? All right? We already did that already, Tom Lord Victorious. You don't need to have a Capaldi, okay? We even had David Tennant turn his shades a different color, almost like sonic shades in Planet of the Dead. Okay, people forget. People forget. You can't just have a sonic screwdriver turn the thing with shades. It was kind of like sonic shades. Sorry. Okay? You can't. River is a hybrid. The Doctor may be a hybrid. Everybody and their mother is a hybrid. How could the Time Lords, if they're so afraid of a hybrid, hire a hybrid to trick the Doctor? It's a plot hole. They're all plot holes. Okay? You don't. If your whole race is hiding at the end of the universe because you're worried about a freaking hybrid, the last thing you're going to do as a race is hire a hybrid. It's a plot hole. Okay, wake the F up. What the hell significance did it have to bring the diner in from Amy and Rory? How the hell did that connect to anything?
They wanted, it's almost as, because you notice they said at the end of that, it's caught in the guise of a diner.
50s diner.
Right, because they were trying to fix the commuting circuit and got stuck, just like the police box.
Yeah,
It's not the real diner from the one he went to. It's a copy of it. Okay?
The other diner was on the other side of the road.
Thank you.
That's what he said, too.
What is the purpose of erasing her memory if she still has the tattoo on her back that's still going to kill her?
Yeah.
And also, what happened to that Peter Capaldi that's watching her die? You create a new timeline. You create a paradox, okay? Because that Capaldi doesn't witness her die.
I hate saying this. This might be okay. This way, if things go south in a way, they can go, oh, the Peter Capaldi in that one is the genuine timeline, or that Capaldi came back around and fixed what the future one did.
Oh, God.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Also, Clara has to mate with Danny Pink in order for Orson Pink to be born in the future, to give her the miniature that she gives to the Doctor to convince him not to be a soldier, to be a doctor. That will not happen because she dies. The Doctor is not the Doctor. The Doctor could become the Minister of War. He could be a warmongering soldier in this timeline that is the real timeline. Okay? Because it's never happened. I don't know what happened between the actor that's Danny Pink and Stephen Moffat, but Stephen Moffat laid the groundwork saying to us that these two had to come together because and that's his fault. It's his fault linking his companion, Moffat's companion, that he created to the Doctor, because now they're forever linked, and if it doesn't happen that way, the Doctor is prevented. Don't tell me that it's a long-lost relative. Don't tell me that that relative just so happens to travel through time. It doesn't work.
You know what they're going to do?
What?
They're going to say that Clara went back in time when the TARDIS, had a little bit of time with Danny before she died.
And then had a kid?
Yeah.
How could she have a kid if she doesn't age? The baby would never form.
Yeah, and plus you don't have a heartbeat.
Well, they're going to do something like that, isn't they? You can guarantee it with Moffat at the moment.
Yeah.
I think he screwed up. I think he realizes he screwed up.
Yeah, because you got two TARDISes out there now. You got the Shield and Clara in one TARDIS, and got the Doctor in his TARDIS.
So much as they're trying to do his own version of a spin-off, too.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. People are saying that they would rather want a Shield and Clara in a spin-off than watch Doctor and the new companion.
And again, thank you for the fans that are speaking out there and saying, how could she travel with her murderer? Exactly.
That's why I said on the show the other night. It would earn it.
Doesn't make sense. Okay?
She should eat her guts, shouldn't she?
She should.
And then they went down there to the Time Lord Wraiths down there, and Clara almost got killed by a weeping angel.
They don't even know why they're there, the Time Lords. They're like, why are you here? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean? Why are you at the end of the universe? Why? I don't know. What do you mean? You're just sitting here and you don't know why you're here? And Clara's like, oh, you're afraid, right? You're afraid of the Daleks. You're afraid of all the people that hate you.
Yeah, everybody does hate them.
So they're scared and they're chilling at the end of the universe, where
Yeah.
everybody travels to.
And you know what also makes me laugh?
Yeah, Chris. Wait, hold on, Chris.
Wait, Chris.
Yeah,
No,
Chris.
let Ray go, because I mean, I got something pretty long to say, so.
All
Yeah.
right. Sorry. I was going to say, you know what also makes me laugh? Is after the Doctor makes the General regenerate, she hates him.
What?
She hates him because she goes down there with the Sister of Khan and wants him to change his mind. Why don't you the General sticking up for him?
I don't think she hates him. I think she's just doing a job. You know?
So was the Doctor that stepped out of his home a hologram, and that's why the bullets didn't kill him, or what? I mean, that was a big plot hole as well.
Well, they said they shot at the building, not at him.
Oh.
Because they served with him in the Time War, so they wanted to miss.
They all wanted to miss.
Yeah, he was the hero of the Time War.
That doesn't make sense. Why the president ordered them, and then they listen to the president?
Why did the High Council wrestle, and where the hell did they go that they're at the end of the universe if there's nothing around?
The Doctor told them that they were next, didn't he, though?
Well, where'd they go? Do they have TARDISes? They must have TARDISes.
They did. He said that they did. Before he even found the one, he was like, he was like, Clara, we're going to get out through this escape hatch. They'll have TARDISes there. And I was like, they do? They're still here.
And I just realized something. Both the Doctor has a broken down TARDIS, and Clara and the Shield have a broken down TARDIS.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is what I was going to say before, right? Like, I was thinking about this last night, because I was thinking about this long after we did the podcast. But I was like, you know how pissed he got at all of them when he went to Gallifrey in this episode?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These were the same people that he was dying to save, yet he hates all of them.
Well, he said he hates one of them.
Well, but pretty much, I mean, he shot one of them. He banished the president, and then Clara was like,
and the High Council. And the High Council.
Yeah, he was like everybody. She was like, everybody hates you, and I was like, so did he want to save them, or did he not want to save them? Because when you really look at it like this, right? He saved them. He never went looking for them. And then when he finally finds them, he's like, I'm going to kill all of you.
Well, they tortured him.
I know.
For 4.5
So
billion years.
Why did he save these people way back then? He should have hit the moment and just been like, yeah, screw it.
Because
That's why.
The Doctor's name. The Doctor saves people.
Because the little kids and the women and the children and the
But
He was saving them and not the council.
Moffat's logic, he wasn't the Doctor at that time.
He's still okay, right.
Hey, you know.
But there was already in the 50th, though.
He still didn't go to the 50th.
Yep.
Do
He
it.
still didn't even go there. Why is he still going there?
You know what they're gonna do? You know what I think they're gonna do? I'm almost certain that they're gonna. I mean, although we've said that and they never do the stuff like this, but how much you want to bet that moment that he went back to save them, he was actually about to regenerate, and that's gonna be the last thing he ever does is go back and save them.
But
Doctor.
But he doesn't go back to save him because they don't need his equation. The 11th Doctor has the final equation. He's not needed.
Well, no, but like in the terms of the 50th, he is though. That's what they said he was needed there. But
Wow.
I'm just saying how much you watch them say he's dying, and he's like, I'm gonna go back to save them, and that's the last thing I'm gonna do, and then he regenerates into the 13th Doctor.
Hope it ain't a woman.
It was just a confusing episode,
It
particularly
was all over the place. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the ending, it's like, okay, does he not remember her? Is he a human? Was he playing with her all the time about not remembering?
And then they throw this thing about he took this one's daughter, or Rassilon's daughter, became his wife, and then he had kids and then grandkids.
It's like I said to you, Joel, when you dismissed it earlier on Facebook. I said, "Is it Madame Kavarian going to be the Rassilon's daughter?" And it didn't make sense.
I don't think so because she wasn't a Time Lord.
But like, was he referring to his first life? Because if that's true, how come?
Yeah.
Like, why did they make the first Doctor sound so horrible? Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he says, I wasn't always a doctor, meaning like before he became the Doctor, he was doing stuff, weird stuff.
So was he the other then?
Did he do
Coming
something
out the womb?
horrible? Like, did he do something horrible before he chose to become the Doctor? And
Well,
then he was like,
I think so. I honestly think he did something that made him want to become the Doctor, because maybe he killed the whole entire universe, and then the universe that was born was something else that he's in.
Or he put Omega in the antimatter universe.
Well, no, he had nothing to do with that. Megan did it to himself.
Maybe Joe was right. He was probably most probably the Master, and he changed into the Doctor.
Well, no, I don't want him to be the Master. No, that was somebody said. That was somebody said.
That was me. That was me.
I didn't say that. Not me. No.
Oh,
That feels like a what if.
Yeah.
Because they're both from Brightonian.
Another thing, Moffat retcons. Missy didn't introduce him to Clara for the first time. He bumped into Oswald Oswald in Asylum.
Yeah.
And then the snowman Clara, and that's the only reason he was looking for her.
yeah.
But she died twice.
So Missy didn't introduce him. That's not what happened.
She may have brought them together
Sooner than later, because it looked like they were destined. Right, just like Dalek Khan. And again, he stole from Russell T. Davies. Dalek Khan said, "You were always going to meet Donna Noble. I just did it a little earlier than usual."
Same thing Missy probably did.
Yeah, it's like I said to on the yesterday show when you remembered, weren't it, Chris? When I said that they used Missy in the opening 2 episodes, so you thought she was going to have a big part in this series, and then you don't use her again.
Well, yeah, that's what I always remembered that scene, and I know I've said this. If I've said it once, I've said it 100 times.
Because I was watching Cast again earlier.
I remember saying that in that episode where she was like, "I've got a clever idea," and she was surrounded by Daleks. I was like, "Oh, I wonder if these Daleks still have his regeneration, and they're gonna play into something." And then she's just gone.
But they couldn't save Clara by saying that the regeneration energy was in her.
That's what I thought they were leading
They
up
should have
to.
just regenerated.
Like, wouldn't that have made more sense?
Yes.
Like when the Raven hit her,
Right.
and then like you see her like you do this. You have the Raven hit her, and then the black thing comes out of her mouth, and she falls down, right?
And
then
the same
after
thing
the
with his daughter happens.
And then after the Doctor gets teleported away, you
She
see like a
regenerates.
gold light, and then someone goes outside, and you see Clara, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And then that's how it ends.
Well, and she don't regenerate as in changing her form, just like Jenny did.
Just heals.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
heal.
And
That's what I thought.
she would be the hybrid then.
There you go.
She
She
didn't have Time
have
Lord.
Time Lord. I mean,
Yeah.
that would have been weird, but
Yeah,
It would have made sense. It would have made a whole lot of sense.
So what are they saying that Missy's clever idea was it that the Doctor was going to become the hybrid and cause havoc, or was
we're never
or
going to
was
see her clever idea.
Yeah, I know. Or was it going to be that Clara was going to be? Hey, she was going to put Clara in the Dalek as Oswin.
No, I think what she was referring to was her clever idea of getting out of that situation.
was the way he got out of the situation with those
Something like
people.
that.
In the beginning.
But this is what's going to happen, and you know, we said this last night. We're never going to see her clever idea because they're going to go to Series 10 and they're going to completely forget about it, or it's going to be something stupid like, "Oh, I'm going to wear red instead of purple because that's my clever idea," and we're all going to be like,
"Oh, well, not the way that's a cool point for a second here. Let's get back to that. Clara goes to the Doctor. You know, where is your velvet suit?
Yeah.
Like he wears it every episode. He didn't wear that every episode. He wore pajamas or whatever the hell he wore most of the episodes. And one episode where she dies, he wears it.
Well, let me
that was burgundy type of thing, not really.
And
let
then
me ask you this: where did he get that other outfit?
Yeah, it wasn't a red outfit. It was a purpley outfit.
He had that red outfit a billion times in the torture chamber because remember he kept laying it out
for himself.
He was wearing it on Gallifrey when he got there. And then this episode starts, and he's wearing something else before he gets to the barn.
Yeah, I don't even know
Where
what
the
that
hell
is.
did he get that other outfit? Like, what?
I don't even know.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I was like, oh, maybe he got it in the barn. But then I was like, no, wait a minute. He had his jacket draped around his finger, and he was holding it towards his back when he got to the barn. And then he walked in the barn, and she was like, oh, my gosh, it's you. And I was like, where did his other outfit go?
Right.
Then it was in the TARDIS, and I'm sitting there like, this wouldn't have been a problem if Clara didn't point it out. Like,
yeah, and he only wore that outfit once anyway, and it wasn't even that color anyway.
right? He had the 2 episodes. He had
It was a
Arabian
burgundy. Wasn't it a burgundy outfit?
It was the
Yeah,
same
it's like a
one.
burgundy, almost a
Yeah, but
dark.
this one's purplish.
Yeah.
I didn't even wear that.
They were implying that it was the same one.
That's not the same one.
But I was like, yeah, that's a
colorblind.
plot hole because, like, how did? And I don't want to hear some stupid thing like, "Oh, the doctor has nanotechnology that changes."
Yeah, it's a pocket
Oh, he
bigger on the
sweated.
inside.
Or
You know-
he sweated, and that's the reason why it's a darker color.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what also made me laugh? It's supposed to be Gallifrey, right? And like Earth, you're supposed to have different food, and yet you give him soup.
And why are they dressed like that?
Like you know, like old timey days or so.
Right,
You know,
you could have told me, like, if you showed me set pictures and I didn't know that was Gallifrey, you could have been like, the finale takes place in, like, the Midwest.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
And I would
People
be like,
have, right. I'm going to get to some of the comments because I did want to get into that. Let me get to, because people were asking me stuff like, and my whole philosophy is that Russell T. Davis's version of Gallifrey is dramatically different than Moffat's because we never saw in Russell T. Davis's Gallifrey people dressed like that. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, do you know anything about that? Russell T. Davis's Gallifrey?
I remember in the end of time, there were like hundreds of thousands of Time Lords in that thing when Rassilon was giving that speech.
Right, and they were all dressed like that.
Like the High Council was.
Right, everybody. Right.
And that was another thing. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. Nobody else might feel this way. But why does Gallifrey suck?
exactly.
Like, why does the planet look so? It looks like a worse version of Tatooine.
Exactly. And look at the class set. You got Time Lord living up in like big towers and everything, and just a regular Gallifreyan living in the desert.
Yeah,
living in the barn.
And you
Probably
can't
living in the barn in a little house.
So,
Maybe it was war torn, but even still,
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
isn't this
still.
a billion years later? Like they didn't rebuild? Like what?
Well, I mean, that's another thing. I thought they just time traveled to that year, not that they survived to that year.
Yeah, right. How old was the freaking general?
All right, I want to get some comments. Minnesota, Gallifrey guy, whatever, said, nothing needs to be explained. You obviously aren't paying attention.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Bro,
Isn't it the fact that we are paying attention that we have these questions?
yes.
If we
Exactly.
weren't paying attention, we'd be like, okay, this is the greatest episode ever.
Right.
That's
yeah.
familiar, doesn't it?
Stevie Wonder would have seen these plot holes.
Like
Exactly.
I said to Joe earlier, I was like, Moffat must have been eye on helium when he wrote this episode, thinking it was all great. And then when he come round, he was like, oh shit, I messed up.
And I just want to say, whatever comments I'm reading, we're not against the person making the comments.
Yeah.
We're just trying to show that, you know, they're not correct because we're listing all the plot holes out for you. Okay? This is
Guys,
what's up, Albert? This was, and Albert was right about the diner being a TARDIS, by the way.
Congratulations, Albert.
So now the series is over. Was you right about what Clara and the Doctor and everything else?
What I what?
Well, because Albert said he had something else that he couldn't say because of his source. So now the series is over. He can say it basically.
So I was told by someone who was formerly on this show that
Hold on. Is this, look, we're live, so I don't want to, like, bring in people from formerly on the show. Could you text me off air about that?
okay, sure.
Because I don't want to start, again, here's the thing, okay? What you're about to say, text it to me first.
Okay.
All right. But here's the thing, okay? The Doctor, Clara could have regenerated with the energy from being a Dalek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She could have been replaced when she was looking for Trap Street with the Gallifreyan Clara.
Or the Zygon Clara.
Better Zygon, yeah.
Okay? And also the fact that, you know, Danny Pink has to exist to be with her, to connect to the Doctor's timeline.
And so does Orson Pink, though.
Right.
Gotta-
And the doctor never met the Daleks before he ran away with Susan. He met the
Exactly.
Daleks in the next episode after
Yes.
Unearthly Child with Barbara and Ian
Ian
Chester.
Chesterton. Yep. I've seen that myself.
So you can't tell me that he knew about the Daleks before he ran away, because he
He
didn't.
didn't.
He didn't. Flat out. Didn't.
I'm not being rude. I feel sorry for the new showrunner.
Well, they definitely need one, I tell you.
Yeah, I know. I know they do, but I feel sorry for him
You
already.
you guys hate Hellbent?
No, hold on.
Hold
No
on.
one said anything about hate.
Yeah, I'm not.
We just-
I'm not
we
saying.
just
I hate
got-
it.
We just got a few flaws with it.
We have some problems with it, and nobody's saying anything about it.
Basically, Albert, what we were like, we were watching it. I'll give you my experience. I liked the episode, but there were things that I got hung up on that kept me from saying it was really good. And I think they are things that need to be addressed because there are a few problems with this episode. And I just feel like I've seen some sites, however, that are saying similar things that we are. But again, I've seen most of these sites are going, this was a great episode, 9 out of 10, and it's another one of these. Well, it's Doctor Who, so it has to be good. And it's like,
No, it's the Dr. Donner all over again.
Well, here's my problem with it right here. What's the point of him going back to America, going back to the diner? Because Clara was never there. That was the 11th Doctor, Amy and Rory story.
Because they used that as location shoot, so they're like, oh, let's just throw it in there. But no explanation given, mind you.
They can go to Lake Sunscale.
Right.
I mean, it was all over the place. They had the 6 series in there. I mean, they just like time jumps from everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty much like a reunion or episode.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
I'm gonna rate. You know what? I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna rate the episode. Okay, but my rating of the episode does not mean that I'm happy with going on. Okay, I'm rating it because I did enjoy most of it. As I said before, in 3 or 4 podcasts that for some reason Google, because it's acting up, you guys weren't able to see Hellbent Part 1 and 2. But I did say, I'm watching it with Sharon, I'm loving it, and then all of a sudden something happened, and then boom, I didn't like it. So I'm not going to judge. This is what it's going to be. The rating is as follows. I'm going to give it an 8, which is kind. Okay? I'm going to give it an 8, but there's plot hole city in this one. And I'm only giving it 8. You want to know why I'm giving it such a high rating? Because of Peter Capaldi's performance, because of Jenna Louise Coleman's performance. And thinking about it and seeing it again, I did like the show at the end. But their acting ability, as well as all the actors on this show, in Hellbent, the Time Lords, the Sisterhood of Karn, that's why we get an 8. Not necessarily because of the script. Because let me tell you something, they wasted the return of Gallifrey on Clara the movie friggin' episode. Okay? And Moffat even said it, that he almost made the whole 50th about Clara. Well, he probably recycled that and used that from here into here because it was all about Clara.
That's what the series was about. I mean, it's like the Doctor was the companion and Clara was the Doctor. And it got old.
Right.
And like they ain't done that before. Oh my gosh. They got her killed. Trying to be the Doctor.
I'm giving it a 6 under the same notions that you're talking about.
Right.
And like I said just before the show, it's as though the show was going so long, and it's like, oh geez, we need a quickie ending. Let's just throw this in. Nobody will notice because we really don't know which way we want to go. So boom, there's an ending. Be happy with it. Don't like it. We don't care, but that's our ending. So
they brought Clara back. Then talking about she's gonna go the long way around back to her death. Like, okay, really?
Right.
With the person that killed you?
I would
Makes no
Hellbent.
sense.
Get Albert.
I would give Hellbent a 10 out of 10. I love this episode. Except for Rassilon. Rassilon was horrible in it. The rest of the episode was really good.
Hold up. Highly Blue Now, how in the Red Scout Gallifrey can you get this a 10 out of 10? Because mine's going to be like a 7.5. Only 7 grades for the whole thing was Peter Capaldi and Gina Coleman. That was it.
That's an even higher rating than I gave it.
Yeah, like I said, I gave it a.
So I give it an 8. You gave it a 7. Who's giving it a 7?
I gave it 7.5.
And what did you give it, Scott?
I gave it a 6.
What did you give it, Chris?
Last night I gave it a 6.5, and I'm sticking to that because I'm really not. Like, I liked most of it, like you said, Joe, but honestly, there were a lot of things in this episode that I was just kind of like, why? Why would you do that? Why is this
I
done?
was losing track. That's the reason why I'm giving it a 6.
Right?
I said 4.5 last night, but now I'm going to go up to 5.5.
Okay. And you still give it a 10. Okay. All right, here's the thing, Albert. I'm not really sure what you're telling me off air, okay? But we're going to talk about it once we stop this cast, because to me, it doesn't make sense what you're saying. But we're going to talk about that and possibly do another cast. And we're going to do it on Zoom. Unfortunately, Zoom has a time limit, and it's ticking down right now, which I don't like to be times. You know, we have stuff to say. We have a lot to say about
Is
this.
it a paid source? If you pay it, you're given more time, or is it just?
Yeah. Well, right now it's the Christmas season. I don't have money to pay for it, but I will in the future. Yeah, I'm definitely going to work that in the future. Absolutely. All right. So thank you guys. Take care. Bye for now. Stay in here.
Ciao.